You guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my June reset. I'm so excited to take you guys along. I figured we'd switch up this month and do it in my office because I think next month I'm gonna do this, but I want to take you guys through the actual process of resetting for a month instead of just like, there's nothing wrong with just sitting here and telling you guys everything. So obviously I do that every month, but taking you guys through the process of like how I think of the goals, how I move past not accomplishing certain goals. I think it'd be fun to do like more of a generic monthly reset. I don't know. Let me know if you guys want to see that. Kind of talk through like brain dumping and planning and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, today we are going to reset for June. If you guys are new here, hi, hello, my name is Carter. I'm 25. I talk all about getting through life in your 20s unfiltered. And we've been doing them for a while around here. And it's a fun time. I'm a little biased, but I think it's a fun time. If you guys are new to the monthly resets, I think everyone on the internet does them a little bit different, but I like to close out my budget and then we'll go over last month's goals, make new goals. I'm also going to include in this video how I plan a little bit on my Google Calendar, how I plan YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff, and like a little like Notion-y tour. Notion. We'll go through my current favorites, and then I'm also going to add my TBR for June onto this video because I've been in a huge reading slump. So maybe if I like say it online, it'll hold me accountable. So without further ado, let's jump into it. I think we're going to start with our goals this month. I'm just pulling up my Notion page right now, which I will share with you guys after. I'll do like a little screen sharing walkthrough of like my Notion reset template, my graphs, my planning, all that kind of stuff. I got you guys. I'll include that in this video. For May, I had two personal goals, which were take more photos and videos on vacation. I think we did a really good job at this. Also because we did have the photo shoot when we were at Disney, which ended up being our, well, partially our engagement photos. I definitely think we'll do another set because typically when you book a wedding photographer, it comes with an engagement shoot either included or at a discount. I definitely think we did that. Keep up with Libby holds. I did not do that because my Libby has been dead for a month and I actually lost out on 3 holds. So I need to be a lot better about that. And I think that's a goal I'm going to carry over into June. Health and wellness, pick up tennis rackets and go play. I'm going to cross this off, but technically I bought pickleball rackets, which you guys, well, this is going out before the weekly vlog, but you will see in the weekly vlog. I found a set at Marshall's. I don't know what the quality is like, but for a beginner, I don't really care, for $50. And on Amazon, 2 pickleball rackets and a ball was like $100. So I think that was a steal. Go check out your local Marshall's or TJ Maxx. So I'm going to check that off because you guys know we wanted to play either tennis or pickleball. I did not establish a morning routine at all. I don't, like, looking back on it, I think I set some goals too high because I traveled 2 weeks out of the month. So we're going to carry that over into June. Meditate a morning walk 1 to 2 times a week. I also did not do that. Plan a business trip to Toronto. I did start to do that, but I'm going to do it in July, but I'll check that off. I feel like I'm going to have to play with the lighting on this video a lot because the sun is coming in and out. But upload Instagram Reels daily. I did not do that. I don't think I set myself up for failure, but I didn't prepare as much. And to be quite honest, I put so much time and energy into YouTube. It is my baby and it is a long form platform, obviously, and it's very time consuming. And so is Instagram Reels and TikToks and all that too. But doing long form content and short form content is just like a lot. And obviously I'd rather prioritize long form. I feel like I really struggled this month to want to post on Instagram Reels because, as you guys know, if you watch my channel, I'm just very like raw and unfiltered, and I feel like I don't get that component on Instagram Reels. Like it feels very superficial to me in a sense that it's just like these curated, or maybe it's the side of Instagram I'm on, I don't know, but I feel like every time I scroll my Reels, it's like very curated. Like, so I think I struggled this month with that in the sense that I didn't really know what to post on Instagram Reels because I think it's just hard sometimes because you see people that like gain 100,000 followers in 30 days, which I say this all the time, slow growth is the best way to go because you just build a community. But you can build a platform really, really quick if you make like very curated content, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's definitely an audience for it, but like I don't watch curated content. Like I'm not into the perfect morning routines or like, I don't know, all those like quotes and like motivational like phrases, I guess, on your Instagram Reels. Like I want my content to be educational and have benefit and value. So I think I struggled with that this month, but I'm going to try in June to just like film some vlogs on there and see kind of how that does. I don't really have a huge interest in growing on Instagram. Like YouTube is obviously like my baby. I think that's where I struggled. So I'm going on a rant, but anyways, I didn't do this, but I'm happy with how much content I uploaded because actually, so between Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok, I uploaded 15 days of content, which I still think is really, really good. So I'm giving myself a pat on the back for that. Make a decision about my summer sabbatical. I did not make a decision about this, and I don't know. I'm gonna take this one off, honestly. I just don't think the timing is right. And then the last one, upload 15 videos, 13 usual, 2 bonus. I'm not going to get to that this month, and that's okay. Once again, I definitely think I really gave it my all this month with how much travel I did, and considering I only missed 1 upload, and that was just because we got engaged. I had the video ready to go, and I was like, honestly, no, I'm just gonna sit and enjoy being engaged at Disney World with our friends. I think I did a really good job. I definitely think if I'm going to push myself to do bonus content or to do the daily reels or whatever, it's better to do it in a month that we're like home and I can like fully focus on that. Finance, look into the pre-approval process for a second home. We did that. And then work on a more positive, welcoming mindset with money. I definitely think I did that, and I'm really proud of myself for that. Home, pick out Backsplash. We can check that off. We haven't bought it yet, but we did pick out the one we want. We're gonna go get it this week. You guys will see that in the weekly vlog that's coming after this. So overall, I think it was a good month. I didn't reach some of these big lofty goals that I set, but I did work really hard towards them, and like 15 uploads is still like half of the goal complete, and it's still better than like 1 short upload, right? So I'm really happy with how things went, considering I've been, you know, not in a routine. I've just been traveling a lot, and I've just been kind of all over the place. The May goals, and let's jump into June now. So my quote of the month is find your equal, not your whole. I feel like after we got engaged, I got so many DMs just like asking for relationship advice, and I never really feel comfortable giving that out because I think every relationship is so different, and what we struggle with, someone else might not struggle with, etc. But I do think one of the biggest takeaways I have is, as someone, you guys know, I've talked about this in vlogs before, my introvert diaries, that I used to be a very dependent person because I just went through some big things in my childhood. I have some abandonment issues, and so I was a very codependent person, and I used to like really look for someone to complete me. And I think the great thing about Matt and I is that we are equals. We're not completing each other. We're both complete on our own, and I think that makes a really big difference. All right, okay, I feel like some of these goals are really fun. Personal, spend a weekend at the cottage, either Matt's parents' cottage or going somewhere to a cottage. I really just want to do that. If you've been watching since last summer, we didn't really honestly have that fun of a summer. We both had COVID, and then we spent the entire summer renovating. I was grieving. It was just a bit of a shit show, but I'm determined to make the most of this summer. Okay, this is so random, but it's because that freaking Aaron Burr song is trending on TikTok. That's like, pardon me, are you Aaron Burke, sir? That depends. Who's asking? Like, I literally know the song now, and I've never seen the movie. So I want to watch Hamilton on Disney Plus, but it is a long movie, so I want to commit to watching it this month, even if it's in like 2 parts. I think I want to do this every month, is like give myself like a little movie to be watched, TBW, because I feel like we don't watch a ton of movies, and we have so many streaming platforms that have good movies on them, like Paramount Plus and Crave, that I think it could be fun to do like a little to watch checklist. Book a weekend getaway. I really want to go somewhere to celebrate our engagement, hopefully with Stella. We obviously are very private people, and I would love to like celebrate with family and friends. We kind of already done that, like we had dinner with each of our families, but I'd love to just celebrate the 2 or the 3 of us with Stella. Okay, health and wellness, establish a simple morning routine. Once again, that's a goal we're just carrying over from May. And it's okay to carry goals over. It's life. It's also okay to not accomplish goals. It's life. I want to keep eating more fermented and probiotic rich foods. Once again, I think I did a good job eating this month, but I just feel like I really need like a whole reset day. I need to like go, you know, I'm out of like sauerkraut, kombucha. I feel like I've got my life together, but you know what I mean? Like just have like a fresh start in June. Business, I have upload short form content 3 to 4 days a week. I think that's just a bit more realistic than the daily uploads. So really excited about that. I'll show you guys how I organize everything after. Signed 2 new brand deals. I do a lot of repeat brand deals, which I prefer to do. I'm not saying I don't like new brand deals, but I am someone who's very picky. I know I turn down a lot of opportunities, especially if they're not just like a really great fit, and so I do a lot of repeat brand deals like Brooklinen, FabFitFun, things that I really love and enjoy. Like the only sheets we own are Brooklinen, so of course I'll keep working with them, but I do love finding new brands to work with that you guys might be interested in. So I want to sign 2 new brand deals. I want to film an Introvert's Diary vlog, and then I want to research Kindles for a video because I'm thinking of upgrading to the Paperwhite because it's waterproof and it has the warm light, and that's something I love about the Kobo. So I was considering researching it, and a lot of you guys have asked me like Kindle Basic versus Kindle Paperwhite, so I think it'd be really fun to do a video on it. So I'm gonna do some more research, but I think I might get the Paperwhite. Finance, keep grocery budget under 200. I did that this month pretty much. I think I was over by $4, but I did that, so I want to work on that this month. And then once again, I just brought this goal back over, work on more positive, welcoming mindset with money. I feel like that's kind of an ongoing goal for me. Home, we have some big home goals this month. I'm hoping we get a lot done. Patch up paint on the first floor. I have the can of paint, we're ready to go. Should be in the weekly vlog. Install our backsplash. And then we need to finish painting the closet up here because we stopped at the closet. We didn't paint in it, so we need to do that. Then there's a new category, relationship. So I kind of wanted to make this like wedding, but also just relationship in general goals. So I want to do weekly check-ins on Sunday. My friend Esty posted on her Instagram story that they were doing like a little like weekly like one-on-one check-in with like her husband, and I loved it. And I think it's a great way to, Matt and I are great communicators, but to just, especially when we have projects and we just have so much going on behind the scenes that you guys don't even know about yet, that a lot doesn't really get lost in translation, but we'll say like, okay, we're gonna go do the tile this week, but then we don't really give the task to a person. And so I want to sit down every Sunday and just say like, okay, here are the things we need to get done this week around the house or in our personal life. Matt is responsible for this, Carter's responsible for this, and we can just have like a touch point maybe Sunday night. I'm doing quarterly financial check-ins, but I think I want to move them to monthly, even if they're just like 5-10 minutes. And that's just where we talk about our finances, how we're feeling, how we're doing towards our goals, because we do finances separately, and then just, you know, a little touch base. And especially now with like wedding planning coming up, I think it would just be good to do it a bit more often. We want to go tour a potential venue. I already have that lined up actually, so I'll check that off when we do it, but I'm holding myself to do it. And then we would like to, well, try and secure a date. We know that we want to do May 2025, but I feel like my type A self will be able to breathe a bit when we have like a date, you know? Nothing else is really that important, just the date. And then I'd like to do one date night outside of the house. So all right, those were the goals for June, and then also checking in on our goals for May. I am also gonna do a little mid-year goal check-in. I think that could be fun with some of our annual goals, kind of switch them up and just kind of have like a little chatty vlog. So that will go live on June 1st. Like I said, I'm gonna do a whole June budget with me, just with like changing our savings goals, obviously with like a wedding coming up. I feel like as a personal finance like creator, someone who likes talking about personal finance, it is my due diligence to try new spreadsheets out and make sure that I'm always sharing with you guys like the best, or what I think the best spreadsheet is. So I actually try out usually about one spreadsheet a month. It doesn't always make it onto the internet, but I'm always trying new things out. And so I tried a new one out this month and I do really like it. So I'm gonna share it with you guys, but it doesn't mean I don't like the last one. But this doesn't mean that I don't like the last one that I shared. I mean, I used that one for a year and a half. I honestly might go back to it, to be honest, but I do like trying new things out. And there was like one thing I didn't necessarily like love about the last spreadsheet. It was like 99% perfect in my opinion, but this one thing I found in this new spreadsheet and I wanted to share. Let's jump into it. You guys will get like a little tour of my new spreadsheet. Okay, so here's the new spreadsheet. I did like tweak the colors and the fonts a bit just because I'm super specific, but I'm really excited to share it with you guys. The one thing that drew me to this spreadsheet versus the one I already use is that you can actually just toggle and change the month, which I think is awesome. I didn't love that you had like all the months down here. It just like felt a little chaotic to me. But other than that, like I said, 99% loved the other spreadsheet as well. Let's talk about our spending breakdown. 42% went to bills, 38.8% went to expenses, 18.2% went to saving and investments. My paychecks for the month pretty much evened out. I feel like this is the thing about being like a quote unquote kind of like freelancer, is that sometimes like there's a miscommunication in the hours that I work. I forgot to tell them, they forgot to input it, and so I always diligently check my pay stubs. My first pay was off by like 15 hours, so they added it to my second one, which is why my second one is higher, but it kind of like just all equals out. And I paid myself $3,000 from the business this month. My car insurance went down finally. I have really high car insurance. I had 2 at-fault accidents within like 2 years, and I only have 1 left on my file and it comes off next year, so my insurance is finally going down. I just totally forgot it was this month, so that was nice seeing that I saved 50 bucks there. Subscriptions, I've started paying for a few on my own. Typically the way we do it in like Matt's family is we do the family plan for everything and we do it annually. So Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, all that stuff. Matt pays for all of that. Let's say it comes out to $300. Then he divides it by like the people using it. So like his 2 brothers, his parents, and then everyone kind of gives their share. But there are certain things that like we have that we just like don't, I guess, share with the family. Crave, I pay for that annually. Paramount Plus, I pay for that one, and then Netflix, I pay for that now because they canceled their family membership, and Matt like has no really interest in keeping Netflix, but I have a lot of shows I like on there, so I just pay for that. So those are our subscriptions, but that's not all the ones we have. It's just that Matt pays for some and I pay for some. You guys know we kind of just split things, not like 50-50 down the middle, but just how it works for us. Expenses, let's go over these. I love all the breakdowns here. One thing I do wish with this spreadsheet is that it wasn't like you had to scroll so much. I wish I could, actually wait, I think I did do it. Oh no, I thought I did it where I moved them underneath. I might honestly move like these under here just so it's kind of in one spot because this is like a little chaotic. I love here the savings breakdown too. That's awesome. Expenses, you guys, groceries was so good this month. I'll probably say it's because I was gone for like 2 weeks out of the month, but I only went over by $8. And if you're new here, we do meal kit delivery, but I am a sucker when I'm stressed to like walk around the grocery store and buy snacks I don't need. There are more expensive, bad things to do with your money, but for me, when I'm like stressed or bored, I love to walk around the grocery store and just buy random shit I don't need. Once again, worst things to buy, but it's still a habit I'm trying to break. So this has been the closest I've come into budget. Really happy about that. Meal kit, we saved a lot of money this month. We had some like Chef's Plate coupons, and then we just like randomly had like free boxes showing up from HelloFresh. I don't know what happened there. We're actually under budget by $71, so that's great. We love doing meal kit service, especially we live in Ontario, Canada, and with the price of meat and groceries, it actually makes a lot more financial sense. Granted, we're only 2 people to do meal kits every week. It's significantly cheaper for us than like actually doing groceries, like full-on groceries. When we do groceries now, it's just like dairy, produce, breakfast, and snack foods. Coffee shops, I went over by $3, but once again, these budgeted things are just a guideline. I'm not like super strict about it. Like I'm not like really gonna like crack the whip like, oh my god, Carter, you're $3 over budget. It's just to give me a guideline at like what I would like my credit card to be so I can kind of budget it out. Appointments, I thought I was gonna pay a lot more. It's because I budgeted in for a tattoo appointment, but I ended up canceling it just because I really was like, I struggle to spend money on myself. I've said this before, and I was just like having a moment where I was like, I don't need to spend the money on myself, and so I canceled it. But I'm gonna do it in July for like my birthday, but that's when my appointments thing was so high. The $172 is 2 nail appointments. Just some months I usually get my nails done every 3 weeks, but then it kind of like lines up that I get done like the first week of the month, and then if I'm going on a trip like this month, I had them done right before a trip, and then I got a spray tan. Shopping, honestly, I'm surprised. I did so well this month. Really happy, especially because I feel like before I go on a trip, I am so likely to like just go buy a bunch of random shit I don't need just because I'm going on a trip. So I was really good about that this month. Gas, I didn't buy any gas. I didn't get any gas, but I will have to this week. So this will probably be at around like, we're just gonna honestly add, let's say like $50 in there because it's the 24th when I'm filming this right now, and like there's still a few days left in the month. So I probably will get gas. Treating others, nothing. The kids didn't need anything, which is obviously our dog and the horse. House and home, we did take a trip to IKEA, so we went a bit over budget. Once again, the budgets are just the guideline. That doesn't mean I can go crazy over, but I'm not like beating myself up if I go over a budget. It's just a guideline for budget. Health and wellness, I only went over 29 cents, which was great. Vacation, we were under budget. Now this, you're gonna say, wow, you went to Disney, that's how much you spent. This is just our souvenirs. When we went to Disney, it was obviously a work trip because we worked with Disney. So the only thing we paid for like out of pocket from my personal account and Matt's personal account was our souvenirs. So like our food and anything else we bought obviously went through the business because we were working with them. So this was just souvenirs. We did have a gift card too for souvenirs, so this is just what I paid for out of pocket. Engagement, wedding. This was the photos we took at Disney. They ended up just being our engagement photos because we got engaged the day after, so I'm just classifying it in that category. I made a separate category for Amazon because I have been bad lately. Once again, I spent $100. Some of it necessary, and sometimes, like let's say the other day I had to restock on my face wash, my makeup wipes. That goes into like health and wellness. I don't know what the category would be for that, like self-care maybe. But this is like random shit I'm buying on Amazon, you know? So yeah, I need to get that in check. It's the TikToks for me. It's like oh, you need this. I'm like, oh, I need it. And then alcohol, we just did a little stock up of like some wine. So I have decided from here forward, I haven't decided on the exact amount yet, but I put $250 aside into our like little like wedding fund, elopement fund, whatever you want to call it. And then I invested $300 in my TFSA and $200 into my RSP. And it's saying I have $1,900 remaining. So I'm a little, oh, I know what it is actually. Hold up, let's just add this in here. This is, oh, okay, this is what happened. I made a mistake. I only paid myself $2,000 this month. I was like, why do I have so much extra? And it's because I only paid myself $2,000 extra this month. And then you guys will see here the remaining $918. That is like the remaining of what I paid myself, and that is just in my checkings account, and that'll act as a buffer because I did take a week of vacation next week, and I don't get paid vacation in my job since I am like a freelance casual employee. So that will just buffer my week of pay. I was like, wait, there just something doesn't need to be right here. So that's what that is, and that is like my buffer for the month. I wanted to share some other things I love about this spreadsheet. It has a no spend day tracker, which is really fun. And so you can put your goal no spend day. So I put 10 this month and I had 18, well, so far. I guess we could just say technically I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've had 11 so far because it's the 24th. But I still think it's really fun to track them, and it gives you like this really cool breakdown over here. It also has a really nice savings tracker, which I really, really love. I haven't really filled this in yet. It's not really accurate, but I love that. It has a debt tracker as well and an annual budget template. So I really like this one. I'll have it linked down below as well as the other one that I use. But that is the that is the overview of my budget for May. Great, let's do my current favorites. I filmed the whole clip and I wasn't in focus. I think I've dropped my camera a little too many times. And then we'll jump back to the planning just to kind of split up the screen sharing. So favorite movie and TV shows. Obviously my favorite movie. You guys can guess what my favorite movie was this month. It was Guardians. Definitely a tearjerker. I actually think I cried more in that than Endgame. And if you guys don't know, I am like a diehard Marvel girl, okay? I was getting a lot of DMs when it first came out because we waited a few days to go see it about the animal cruelty, and it's very tragic, but I do think it has like an important emotional core to the story, and I don't want to like spoil it or anything, but it may definitely disturb like younger viewers and kids. I do think the rest of the movie was like so well done, and it's hard because it was really hard to watch, but I do think it plays such an important part of the story of that character. I think I was extra emotional after this because to me this kind of feels like the end of like the OG Marvel movies, and I'm all for continuing it and having new phases, but I am like an OG Avengers girl. Like I grew up on that. I grew up on Avengers and Iron Man and Guardians, and so I think for me this movie like represented not only just the end of Guardians, but just this whole like that was to me was like the final movie in like the OG Marvel phases, because I don't think there is a new Spider-Man coming out with. But to me that was like really the end of like the Avengers and Guardians, and so I cried so much. Honestly, I purposely took off all my makeup before going. It was, yeah, it was so well done though. The music was amazing in it. That was my favorite end credit for sure. I was laughing so hard that Magic Spoon was in it, and it was so good. So that was my favorite movie. I have two favorite TV shows. We just started Mad Men, which I know we're so late to the game, but I love anything like historical fiction drama, so I'm loving that. And then also Queen Charlotte, which I loved more than I thought. I really wasn't sure if I'd like it. I love Bridgerton. I love historical romance and fiction, so I kind of didn't know what to expect. Like every season of a Bridgerton, every new season of Bridgerton, I know what to expect because I've read the books. But for this, I didn't know, and I loved it so much more than I thought. Oh my gosh, like the tears, it was so well done. It was such an amazing backstory. It was just so good. So good. My favorite book of the month. Let me actually check and see if I read anything, because honestly, I've been in the biggest slump of my entire life. The book reading has not been good. Oh, I read one book this month. I read Happy Place by Emily Henry, and I loved it. I am not a huge Emily Henry fan. I think her books are like, they're good. They're just not like mind-blowing to me. But this was so well done. I think it's her best book yet, for sure, without a doubt. I did read it on my Kindle because I hate hardcovers, and I hate that they're starting to do this again where it's like only hardcover release. Favorite memories in the month. Okay, obviously getting engaged, favorite memory. And then also just getting to tell, like, one of my best friends was so special, and just getting to celebrate with Brianna and Corey. We had the most amazing evening that night, and just having it be our secret. Like, we had told our parents and that was it. And so we had dinner with them, we rode Guardians, and then we went back to their hotel and we sat on the balcony and just chatted and ate Mickey bars, and it was just the most magical day ever. So definitely that. Of course, going to Iqaluit was just the most breathtaking thing ever. It was just the most incredible experience. I feel like this month overall was just absolutely amazing. So, okay, my favorite podcast this month. I've been following Bethany Vinton for a while. She's like a Disney foodie, but I didn't really share a podcast with friends. It's called The Main Street Dish, and I love it. I think the reason we love Disney so much is there's always something new to try. And our next trip, I really want to focus on trying new snacks because I feel like we eat a lot of the same stuff at Disney. So I've been listening to a ton of her podcasts and writing things down, and I just really love that podcast. Favorite creators, I don't have anyone new this month, but I figured I would share with you guys my like ride or dies. I never miss a video from them. This might be like repetitive, I might have said this a few months ago, but I love shouting out my favorite creators. First, Tim Tracker, obviously. I have a lot of ride or dies. Like, I have my post notifications on for a lot of people. I'm going through my subscriptions. I'm gonna tell you everyone that I'm obsessed with. Renee Amberg, of course, I love her. Rachel Vin, Mammoth Club, I love Molly so much. Lily and Andy, I love watching them. Obviously Rachel, Caitlin. I act like I'm on a first name basis with these people. I mean, Caitlin and I do follow each other on Instagram, so. Haley Pham, Brianna, of course, Sarah, of course, Michelle Reed. If you like Disney videos, Maggie Calhoun is really cute. I love her. I follow her on TikTok. Obviously Caitlin. Caitlin's one of my dear friends, Magically Caitlin. Keegan Acton. She makes really awesome Week in the Life videos. Allison Bickerstaff. Alexa Ray, one of my favorite booktubers. I love her. Eamon and Beck. I think a lot of people know them. They're a Canadian couple. I feel like I don't watch a lot of the corporate girlies. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like, I don't know, it's kind of ironic because I'm probably forgetting people, honestly. But those are the people that like I never miss an upload from. Things I'm looking forward to in June, Stella's birthday. We're gonna take a weekend getaway somewhere new, which is really exciting. That's in Ontario. What else is going on? Honestly, this is so cheesy, but I'm just excited to like be a fiance and just soak in this season. We really contemplated a 2024 wedding and a 2025 wedding, and honestly, like, what is the rush? I just want to enjoy. Also, my brother graduates high school this month, so that's really big. We have a wedding to go to, and just like finishing house stuff around the house I think will be really great. So I'm just looking forward to a really fun month. All right, last category. I figured I would talk with you guys a little bit about like how I plan my weeks out and what it looks like. I did do a Notion tour in my Sunday reset previously, but I figured I would take you guys through kind of how I plan for a new month and all of that stuff. So I use Google Calendar. I'm like a ride or die Google Calendar girly. I love it so much, and I have different calendars, different colors that coordinate to different things. And so when I'm looking at a new month, we got a lot of things going on, but I'll share my screen and kind of share what I do. Okay, so like I said, I use Google Calendar for everything. This probably looks really overwhelming, and it is. I never look at the month view, I just look at the week, but this is everything. So I'll kind of take some of these off and we can go through them. So, okay, so the first calendar is my management calendar, and this is how I plan all of my videos out for the month. I pretty much try and always submit brand deals on the Tuesday, post on the Sunday. That's just kind of what works for me. So those are always kind of like the first priority in terms of planning those videos, because most brands want to know in advance like what your topic is. So for example, this is a how to be productive video, and this is my morning routine. And then if there's anything specific that we're doing on certain dates, then I'll plug those in. For example, this weekend here, we're going to Prince Edward County. So this video is going to be wedding planning, like episode 1. So anything that has a specific date I will put in. I know that this video on the 25th will be my July reset routine. first I do brand deals, then I do videos with specific like dates in mind, like travel vlogs or my resets. Those go up on specific days, and then I can fill in the rest from there. So I filled in like the first week or two already, so I'll kind of leave this. I kind of do this like kind of week to week, but this is like a good start for me. And then you guys can see we have other calendars. So I have work. So I typically work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And as you guys can see, I label my days. I have a lot of flexibility in my job and independence, so I can do that. So for example, I have all of my meetings on Thursdays. Tuesday's my admin day because I'm off Fridays and Mondays. So I just spend the day catching up on emails. And Wednesday is my deep work day. So this is what my schedule looks like. And if I need to add any extra days, then I will obviously do that. Business is the days that I'm filming. So for example, I typically always film the Monday to send in the Tuesday to go up the Sunday. So the purple is like my filming days. Finances are pay days. I don't really put my bills in my calendar just because they're on auto pay. And then we obviously have like personal stuff. I've started putting like our garbage dates in, so that's why that's there. And so this is what my calendar looks like when I kind of check everything off, but I always just do it week to week. So for example, this is what next week looks like. I'm gonna put 4 hours in on Monday because I have a meeting I can't miss, but then I'm on vacation the rest of the week. And I know that Sunday I'm uploading my budget with me. Tuesday will be a vlog. Thursday will be my mid-year goal check-in. And then I have the days that I'm filming things. And then obviously morning routine, lunch breaks. If you guys do want an in-depth Google Calendar video, let me know because I can do that. But I use Google Calendar for everything in sync with AccuFlow, which is an app that allows you to make to-do lists and put it into your Google Calendar, which is awesome if you're very like type A or if you have ADHD. I feel like that would be really great. So that's why I use Google Calendar. Then we have my Notion, which you guys have seen before, but I've done some revamping. So I might share that in an upcoming video, a deep dive. But this is my reset and reflect page. So here I have all of my growth, which I need to fill in, but I typically do that at the end of the month. But I keep track of my subscribers, my growth, the videos I've posted, and then the number of shorts I've posted. Same goes for Instagram. And then down here I have my monthly resets in a gallery view. So if you click on it, it basically just has my quote and all of my goals. So that's what the reset page looks like. I like that it's on one spot. I have my 2023 goals, which you guys know, we'll go over those in my mid-year check-in. So I have all those. It takes a little bit to load with all the photos. So we have all of that there. I have trip planners, which I don't think there is any right now. Oh, I do actually have some right now. Wish list, to-do list, the wedding planner. I'll show you guys that in my first like wedding planning video. My content inventory, so this is where I keep track of all of my YouTube videos. And the great thing about Notion is that you can actually like script your videos in here, which I just think keeps it so clean. So for example, I'm gonna try and film a first time guide to Disney World in June. If you click open, it has like all of my notes, keeps it in one place. So I date all of my videos. These are all pre-set to Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday uploads. And then at the bottom, I just have any videos that are like ongoing that don't really have a date assigned to them yet. I have a video brainstorm, and then this is all of my short form content and how I keep track of that for planning purposes. So that is my content inventory. And so typically after I've planned it in my Google Calendar, that like makes sense to me first to see it in the calendar. I'll input it in my Notion, and this is just where I put like obviously like all of my notes and stuff a bit more in detail than Google Calendar. Brand brainstorm, this is just like brands that I want to work with. And then I have a personal finance page just to keep track of my savings in like a very simple spreadsheet. Sometimes I find that the like budget spreadsheets are just like, they're not complicated, but sometimes I just need it like point blank, super easy to look at, and this just is really easy to look at. So that is my personal finance page, but I do most of my business finances and stuff through Notion as well. So that's kind of a little look at how I like plan for a new month. But if you guys want like a deep dive, like a video like how I plan for a new month, let me know and I would love to film that. Okay, you guys, I wanted to share my TBR for June. So we've got We Were Liars. I feel like this is like the epitome of a summer read. Meet Me at the Lake, which I'm really excited about. This is not all my TBR. I'm just kind of picking and choosing books from there. I really want to finish Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. I'm like halfway done. 8 Rules of Love by Jay Shetty. I really want to finish Fire Cannot Kill a Dragon, which is the official untold story of Game of Thrones. So that is my TBR for June. Short and sweet, gonna keep it realistic. The June monthly reset, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys, like I said, want to see next month more of like a come along while I reset, and I take you through like how I brain dump, how I plan my goals out, all that kind of stuff. Just like switch it up a little bit. I think that these videos are so fun and great, and I know that a lot of you guys do your monthly resetting along with me, but I do think it could also be fun for anyone who's like trying to get into resetting and doesn't know where to start, to have a video that's like a beginner's guide to a monthly reset. I think that could be kind of fun. So let me know if you guys want to see that, but I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.